Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first episode in 2019 of BSBN.
Oh, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Very nice. You want to take your microphone?
Hi.
Why don't you tell everybody who you are?
A person?
Yes, you are a person.
A male?
Look, we said we would do the microphone thing, but we still have to do our normal
Brayden.
introduction. So you say, this is Brayden.
This is Brayden.
And this is Jason the dad, and you're watching BSBN.
Brayden Sports Broadcasting Network.
There you go. Let's turn it this way. Let's turn you up some. You're all excited to use the mic. I don't need the mic. You use the mic, okay? It'll work better if you hold it like this.
Okay.
And then you talk right there. I don't want to pick your nose. Just use the mic. Don't eat the mic. Alrighty. Seriously, let's get back on track. Okay, first episode 2019. Coming off the end of the NFL regular season, and it's been a crazy coaching carousel. 7 coaches.
8.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 coaches. 8 coaches have lost their jobs. That goes back during the regular season. So I'm going to give a rundown. There's a couple that you really want to talk about. But do you want me to read through the list? And then you can comment as you would like.
Sure.
All right. So Arizona Cardinals fire Steve Wilkes after 1 season.
Wow.
3-13.
Yep.
We're going to come back to that one because you want to talk about it. Cincinnati Bengals fired Marvin Lewis after 13 years. 0-7. 16? Really?
Yep.
0-7 in the playoffs. Crazy. Miami Dolphins let Adam Gase go after 3 years with a 23-25
Because they
record.
never made the playoffs.
New York Jets, I think he made it his first year, but not the last 2. New York Jets let Todd Bowles go 14-36 after 3 years. Tampa Bay Buccaneers let Dirk Koetter go after going 19-29 over 3 years. Green Bay Packers let Mike McCarthy go after like 13 or crazy some years, won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers,
He used
but
to be
had been
good.
there a long time. Cleveland Browns let Hugh Jackson go after 2.5 years, 3-36-1. Had 2 of the worst seasons ever. He went 0-16 1 year. That's horrible. That's tough. And then your Denver Broncos representing nice hoodie, by the way. When did you get that hoodie?
Christmas.
Who got it for you?
Not you. Santa.
Merry Christmas. It wasn't Santa. Denver Broncos fire Vance Joseph after 2 years, going 11-21. And so, where do you want to go? Which one do you want to talk about? You want to start? You wanted to talk about the Arizona. Why do you want to talk about Arizona Cardinals?
Because the Steve Wilkes, he was a linebacker for Carolina, linebacker coach, assistant coach, but everyone thinks he's going to be the Panthers head coach. But no, he goes to the Cardinals. And
Yeah, because Ron Rivera is the Carolina Panthers coach.
And the last time they were 3-13 was when they didn't have Kurt Warner.
Oh,
2000.
Wow.
2000. I wasn't born. I don't think so.
No. Do you think it was fair they fired him after 1 season?
He was a rookie. I'm just kidding.
He's kind of rookie head coach. Yeah. I think it's a bum deal to get fired after a season. And if we're being honest, if the Arizona Cardinals thinks all of their problems rise and fall on their head coach after 1 year, they got bigger problems than they think.
Yeah,
Just my humble opinion. And I don't like the Arizona Cardinals because I was alive when they used to be in the NFC East because that made all kind of sense, and they were rivals with the Redskins.
Really?
And that's old, buddy.
The Chicago Cardinals?
Arizona Cardinals.
Whoa.
Anyway, so that was the Cardinals. Did you want to talk about any others? Because we all know you want to talk about the Broncos.
Yeah. I want to talk about more football, but going to the college.
Whoa, we didn't even talk about Vance Joseph yet. You were all excited to talk about Denver. Now you're moving on to the next segment.
So
it's your show. What do you want to do?
Denver.
Okay, remember, you got to talk. If you're going to use the mic, talk like this, roll it over, like that. Got it. Get back in the screen, man. Why are you... Look, it's your show. All right, so Vance Joseph, 2 years, 11-21.
Makes a lot of sense.
Got let go. Makes sense because of his record after a couple years, but you think it was a fair shake? Do you think he got his...
At least he got his second chance.
He did get a second chance. They did get better. They went 5-11, then 6-10, and so if we would have waited like 10 more years, we'd have been 16-0. 5-11, 6-10, 7-9, 8-8, 9-7. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess. I don't think so. Vance Joseph's got a bum deal. Never really had a great quarterback to work with. I think Keenum has got potential, but he didn't have his number 1 and number 2 receivers for the last part of the season because they traded one and the other got injured. So, tough deal, but I understand.
What did we trade?
We traded Demaryius Thomas.
Also known as Butterfingers.
Remember that time that we passed the butter at the dinner table and Christian dropped it and you called him Demaryius Thomas?
Yesterday, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And we actually might get a good coach.
Yeah,
Chuck,
so
what's his name?
Well, the 2 front runners seem to be Mike Munchak. Okay, and then Chuck. What's Chuck's last name?
Pajani.
Not Pajani. Not Pajani.
Pagano.
Chuck Pagano. Sorry, Chuck. He messed up Khalil Mack's name too.
I did.
What's his
name?
Mack. Khalil Mack.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so Mike Munchak, Chuck Pagano, veterans, more experienced coaches maybe. I'm a personal fan of Chuck Pagano.
Yeah, because he's actually good.
I'm not saying Mike Munchak's not good. I'm just saying I'm a big fan of Chuck Pagano.
Yeah, because he's been on both Peyton Manning's teams if he goes to Denver.
Because Peyton played for both teams and then Chuck would have coached for both teams. That's an interesting correlation. We'll see what happens. So, any other thoughts on the NFL, the coaching carousel? 8 coaches lose their job. That's 25% of the head coaches in the NFL.
I want to talk about Antonio Brown maybe going to the Niners.
You think Antonio Brown's going to the Niners?
Yeah, because my brother told me he was tweeting with George Kittle on Twitter.
Yeah,
Twitter.
On Twitter. He's a tweeter, but he's on Twitter.
Not Twitter, but Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with Antonio Brown. It's a hot mess. All right, so we want to change gears. We want to spend some time talking about the NFL. What are you doing?
Question of the year. I'm just kidding.
All right, NCAA football. Just wanted to spend a couple minutes here. You were all kind of stoked watching some of the bowl games. We were sad that UCF lost, but you were more impressed with
Texas beating Georgia.
Nobody saw that coming. Well, I think the whole state of Texas saw it coming, but I don't think the rest of the nation saw it coming.
I don't even think Ezekiel Elliott saw it coming.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott played for Ohio State and I was with the Cowboys, so I don't know what that has to do with Texas and Georgia and the NCAA.
I don't know why.
Okay. Ezekiel was surprised too. The other thing in NCAA football, I wanted to give a shout out to the Urban Meyer, retired.
Yeah, retired. His record's like 187-32.
Wow.
He was with Ohio State, Florida, who he knows Tim Tebow.
He does.
And he played for Utah. Did he coach?
What school?
Utah.
Did
he coach Alex Smith? Did he coach Alex Smith?
No.
Oh. And Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, there you go. So, storied career, was a national champ at Florida, right? Mm-hmm. And then won the Rose Bowl. So that was pretty fantastic. All right. So staying in college ranks, NCAA basketball, and the theme of fired coaches. UCLA fires their coach.
They were supposed to be good, right? Because weren't they supposed to get an awesome player and coach?
Yeah, and then they didn't do too well.
Yeah.
And he's the first coach in UCLA history to get fired in the middle of the season. Crazy. And then we've not ever, I don't think, ever really talked about NHL. But you were obsessed about talking about a sport other than football or basketball because that's what we've talked about.
I want to talk about hockey because my friend Jacob and Ty were like, talk about hockey, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, so this is a favor for friends at school.
Yeah.
All right, and so the
I'm famous. I'm like Tony Romo or like AJ Hawk, man.
You heard it here first.
Or maybe Troy Aikman.
Famous. Tony Romo, Troy Aikman, famous, huh?
AJ Hawk.
Where did AJ Hawk come from?
He's a broadcaster. Do you watch football?
I mean, if you're going to go broadcaster famous, you need to go like Scott Van Pelt.
Who's he?
I have failed you as a father.
Lee Corso. There we go.
Okay, moving on. NHL, you want to talk about the Chicago Blackhawks simply because historically they're a really good team. Been.
Yeah, but they are bad. Even though they beat the Avalanche. Stupidness.
Are you serious?
They suck.
Whoa! We can't let your 5-year-old brother watch the show if you're going to talk like that.
I don't want him to watch.
Oh my goodness. All right, so speaking of siblings, our last segment, real quick. We didn't talk about this beforehand, but I leave in a day and a half with your older brother Christian. Where are we headed?
Chicago.
Not yet.
Missouri.
Headed to St. Louis, Missouri. Do you remember the name of the school we're going to visit?
Missouri Baptist.
Missouri Baptist University. Yeah, we're going on a college football visit.
Yeah.
Big brother wanting to major in worship leading, and so that's really important, which is why.
Football.
And then play football, and so we're looking at Missouri Baptist University this weekend. And then Chicago is Trinity International University, and so maybe we'll have. How cool would it be if Big Brother revealed his college selection on BSBN? Mind blown. Well, folks, that's it. Oh, wow. Echo, and it's picking me up. I'm Jason the Dad. This is
Brayden
the host of the
Lamb.
show. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you were going to do full name. This is Jason the Dad and
Brayden Lamb.
the host of BSBN. And we're signing off from our first episode in 2019.
And it is New Year's Eve, 10 seconds. 10, 9,
It's
8,
January 2nd.
No, bye-bye.